So hey, let's talk about the actual challenge, right? So
The actual
actual
challenge.
challenge, it's different.
So
So we were way wrong. We thought it was going to involve commons again, but they kind of did this one more for the collectors, right? So I feel like the common one was more about the flippers and the people who could easily do that at the moments, and now it's basically if you were someone who had bought a bunch of rares from different teams and such, you're already in business. So there's a lot of people who are already
yeah,
kind of set on this. Um,
correct.
and I kind of at first I thought it was a little bit like kind of high end, but I kind of actually like this challenge better because it does reward collectors. It's not easy to flip
Sure.
rares because there's fewer of them. It makes it more expensive, but I do kind of like I warmed up to the challenge. What'd you think?
Got it. Um, I didn't like this one as much.
Yeah.
I feel like it kind of, it felt like it was kind of a, I don't want to call it a money grab, but it felt like, it's like Daniel Sorensen, Mike Hughes. It's like all the guys that aren't selling, run out and buy them. And again,
Yeah.
I think I saw it in Discord, and I don't remember who it was that said it, but it's like you'd almost like to see them promote collecting these instead of buying them and then flipping them.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the idea that if you hang on to these, it's like you get something more like completing a set or doing something that's more long term. Because in a sense, what's going on with these challenges, people are just buying them and then selling them the next day. And sure, they did some like whatever kind of contest after that, where if you held on to it for another week, then you got entered in some like bullshit contest. I mean, that's nice and everything like that, but the idea is that they're promoting buying and selling, and I'm sure that they make money off of all the flips, so that's great, they're making fees on it, but again, it doesn't protect the longevity of the product. So in a way, it kind of feels like a little bit of a money grab to me. So maybe that's a pessimistic viewpoint, but it
Yeah,
just
but here's what
it
I
just
think. So I hear what you're saying, and you're absolutely right. But I also think that it is promoting collecting in the sense of last time it did pay to hold on to your Donald drivers and such because you got entered
did
into
it.
that thing. Well, yeah, because you got entered, and so here's what I'm saying. I think what we're going to see is like this is like an entry point for people to get in and start collecting, and now you're buying some rares and you've got those, and then when the next challenge comes up, which is like complete a set that has some of those rares, it's like they're encouraging people to just have the whole collection versus flip. So I don't know if this one is, I don't think this one's as geared towards the flippers. I think this one's a lot more geared towards collectors, and that's what I do like about it, because again, at the end of the day, it's like holding a Mike Hughes, like you're right, they're doing a good job of when they see a part of the market that's not moving, they know
Right.
how to change that in a hurry. And so
Yes.
whether it's put a free $25 if you spend 50. I mean, think of how much the market goes up when that happens. It's like Zach
Sure.
Wilson was at, I remember Zach Wilson was at like a
Yep.
$49, and that happened, and he went up to like 70, right? So
Right. Right.
it's there. I think they're just probably testing out the market to see where things go and how they can manipulate that and stuff for
Sure.
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 So
I guess I see more value in like there's a pack. So I mean, I guess we could discuss the pack as well as the fact that you're getting these new moments. I thought that was the part of the contest that was the best part, is that
totally, yeah.
you could
It's-
actually get, instead of getting like revisited guys that that are already out there, you're getting something brand new. So there's more of a draw to it than in the previous one. So,
Yeah.
but at the same time, you got to ask yourself, what would a pack actually cost? And it's like if you got two Jermaine Pratts that you bought at $38-40, and now they're going for $60-70, and you got all these, what is it, Shaq Barrett, who doubled in value. It's you kind of wonder if you took all those guys and you sold them, the amount of money that you get, you could probably buy the pack, or you could buy the moments that you want instead of taking a random draw. And yeah, maybe you'd get a legendary, maybe you'd get an Aaron Rodgers rare. I mean, yeah, but at the end of the day, it's like, what are the chances that that's going to happen? So again,
You're right,
it goes
but
back
I think because
to the pack
packs,
junkie person that wants to kind of gamble in a sense.
yeah, because packs are limited, right? So even if you get, if you get in line and you get through twice, there's a lot of people who want that third, fourth, fifth, sixth pack if they could get it, and so this is a way for them to get that. I mean, it just depends
Sure.
on what your appetite is for things. But I mean, me personally, I like this just because again, it's like finally you've got, well, so first of all, you got like finally an Aaron Rodgers that's not a legendary, so it might actually be
Right.
affordable for people. Who knows? We'll see.
Right.
But You got Ezekiel Elliott debut. You got the Josh Allen for the Jags. Yeah, and here's what I got. Is it Josh Allen sacking Josh Allen? Is it a play from that game? It's got to be, right?
It should be.
I know it should be. But and then there's some other players too. Like there's a Patriots team melt.
Keenan
there's
Allen.
a DJ Moore. Yeah, there's an Keenan Allen. So
yeah. But have you seen the list? I mean, is there an official list out that says what the other ones are?
No, they said they're not going to drop that till the pack drops. So the other good news is it means that one of these rewind packs is going to be dropping pretty soon, which I think is exciting too, because there's a lot of players from this season that are still out there that we haven't seen yet. So I think there's like, to me, that's like exciting too, because it's like you look at, across the teams, and there's lots of folks that are like, they're still, they want to get players that they like. And so I think that it's going to generate a lot of excitement going forward.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, maybe I don't like every last bit of the contest, but it is what it is. And it's like, I'll be curious to see what it does to the market again, because it's, and they're running the show. They know what they're doing. So it's like, you got to kind of entrust that they know what they're doing and what's best for the product. So.
Well, and if you saw too, I don't know if you looked today, but the prices of the rares are starting to drop. So you can see, like Micah Hyde was up in like the 150 range yesterday, and he's down now like around 108. So it's getting to be a little bit cheaper to get into this. I mean, it's what I found was crazy.
Let's run through it. Let's go through some of these guys.
So Bills.
Yep.
So you still got the Bills team melt. It's 465, which is probably the lowest. It's this thing just will not go below 450. It's like it is stuck there. But you got Thurman Thomas rare. That's the historical for 109. Micah Hyde for 108, and then you got Diggs for 124.
Right. Those are kind of Those are reasonable.
Yeah, not bad. The Bengals have a ton of rares, and that makes this a lot more affordable. So you can get a Bengals rare here now for 58. So Pratt was going for like 38, and he doubled. Yeah. But now he's back down around that 58 range.
Sure.
So again, like the Bengals became with 10 rares. That's the most
right.
The
Bengals
and the Chiefs are probably the two more affordable teams here in this challenge.
So the Chiefs are.
They're 9.
Who's
they have 9?
So Mike Hughes is
Hughes is 70, Sorensen's 71.
Wow. Okay. So I mean they're still pretty high up there, because Hughes was 38 originally?
Yeah. Yep.
All right.
And we got Rams. Rams have 10 as well. And this one, I think the cheapest is the David Long Jr. here at 69. Higbee 71, Powell 69, Von Miller is 70.
Yeah.
I'm surprised. I know it's not his debut, and it's the three of these guys' debut, but I still feel like Von Miller here at 70.
Yeah.
If I'm completing the challenge, I'm getting. I know he went to the Bills, but the guy's. He's a stud. So.
I'm getting Von Miller. Yeah.
His other. He has 2 rares. His other rare's at 81. So.
Sure.
But yeah. So again, starting to come down. This is interesting because last time with the challenge, we saw the prices like skyrocket up before the challenge completion. Now we're seeing them kind of go down. So I wonder if things might not even get more, affordable tomorrow before, the 6 p.m. Eastern cutoff time.
Right. This is interesting to see. And there's a lot less to choose from too.
Yeah.
So
then you have Buccaneers rares, 93, 82, 83. So again, some affordable prices or whatever. Not great. Obviously, they were cheaper before, and they probably will go back down. But the rares do seem to hold their value better, even post-challenge. Like the rare Donald Driver was a way better buy to get in versus the common driver. It was just, did you have the money to spend on it? And then finally, kind of the bottleneck one, right? One of the bottleneck ones is the Titans, because there's only 4 of them. So that's why you saw Tannenhill go up so much. The team melt, and then David Long Jr. And so. Again, this is our old pal
Big Ticket 49. Yeah,
he didn't.
He knew the bottleneck too.
He didn't just go blindly buying. He bought the bottleneck one. So something stinks. Something stinks.
It does, and it's not Ryan Tannehill.
It's not. Who I think it's funny. I think people are down. He had that one last bad game, but he was actually really good last year. He's had a terrible playoff game, but. I don't know. I would. There's a lot of teams.
He's fine. Yeah. I'm just giving him shit.
Yeah.
He's just getting a lot of shit for that comment he made about Malik Willis.
Yeah, helping him out or whatever, and then Kurt Warner, of course, has to be like golden boy and be like, "Oh, I'll help you, man."
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah.
All right, so now we talked about kind of what's up in the market. Let's talk about what's going down, and the Bucks starts and stops.
Speaking of going down, let's talk Jerry Jeudy.
Yeah,
right?
Exactly.
Yikes.
He's not down that far. He's down 30%. He was like a $20 player. He's down to 14 because no one knows what he did yet. I haven't heard. Have you heard? Have they released that yet?
Just a bump in the road. He tampered with domestic abuse, like evidence or something like that. It was a very random kind of thing. Huh. So who knows? So again, you don't have any idea if it has something that pertains to him or if he's helping a buddy out or what the hell he did. So who knows? I mean, I would say given that athletes usually don't fall victim to minor charges, I'd say he'll be on the field and all will be well with Jerry Jeudy. So I look at this as an opportunity to pick up some Judys.
Yeah, I agree. And Mayfield's down. Baker Mayfield's down.
Baker Mayfield may never get up.
I don't know. I guess I'm in the minority here, but I think this guy's a quality quarterback. I think he's going to catch on and be this guy's a starter. He should be a starter in the NFL. I don't know why he's not, honestly.
You know what's going to happen is somebody's going to get hurt. Yep. He's going to get in there. He's going to get a shot, and it's can he make it happen or can he? It's either going to catch. I mean, you think about Cleveland when he got his chance, he made the most of it. So if he does it again, then. I mean, a
lot of it depends on what team he lands on, obviously. That's going to be huge.
Right.
So, right. Yeah. I mean, sometimes, so I'm looking at what else is down. Some of the, historicals, like Rashad Bateman and Jordan Willis. But, I mean, or not historicals, but the legendaries, sorry. But those things, they jump all over the place. It's all just where someone sets the price. It's not, with these numbers, it's not about what people are asking for. So, they go up and down. You're seeing a lot of historicals coming back down still from before. Cedric Wilson, some of these guys that were at $5 are now down to $4. So we're not seeing which is good. You're not seeing a ton of stuff really just falling off the face of the earth. You're seeing mostly stuff that is some things that are mostly going up, but the stuff that's going down, it's just normal variance in the market, nothing too crazy.
Right. I think we're all waiting for that $3 thing to happen. So is it ever going to, when the market starts tanking, are we ever going to see that moments are going to start hitting 3 and then nobody's buying them? It's just are they going to go to 3 and it's just 3 takes over and it's 4 is held up well.
It has. And I mean, you see 3s and they get sniped right away, but I know that people are worried because Top Shots are starting to hit $1. And so, it's I think everybody worries, is that going to happen to All Day? But again, I just don't. Maybe I'm wrong, and I know
with some of them it might.
Maybe, but the global market for basketball is bigger than football, and I understand that. But I just feel like the football market is just they're rabid fans. They're people who love the game, who love fantasy. Fantasy football is so much easier to play than fantasy basketball. I just feel once that season starts, you're going to see a lot of game. I mean, it's not even just going to be the fantasy, right? It's going to be have a player from each team so that you can participate in some pool where you pick the winners out of 5 games, and the way you do it is a player from each team and things like that. So, I don't know. We'll see what happens. I think once people get in, it starts going up. But again, when you look at the guys that are at $4, it's not there's no surprises down there. It's not it's debuts of any all pros or anything. So
no. So yeah, all right. Well, I think we're set. I think that wraps up another episode. Good luck with the challenge, and I'd like to see what happens on Saturday. Last thoughts on do the prices ramp up on Saturday before this contest ends? Are the Micah Hydes going through the roof, or does it stay flat? What do you think?
I'm going with stay flat. I was wrong last time because I thought prices were going to drop, and so I'll just stick with it and be wrong again. But yeah, I think that there's probably not enough volume here and not enough flippers so that it'll probably just kind of stay even. A couple might shoot up here and there, but I kind of just see it staying where it's at, elevated but nothing crazy. How about you?
This is going to be like Christmas. This is going to be like Christmas shopping. Everybody's going to wait until the last second, and there's a limited supply, and then people are going to start fighting over certain players, and I feel like the Jermaine Pratts and the Micah Hydes are going to
shoot up.
They're going to start elevating.
All right.
and
Well,
they're
we'll
gonna start
find
shooting
out
up.
at our next episode. We'll revisit and we'll figure out who was right here.
There you go.
All right.
Let's get out of here.
All right. Take it easy.
Later.